Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Dalia Chaudhary and you are watching my channel Simply HR by Dalia. Today in this video, I will talk about a very powerful tool in Microsoft Excel. Can you guess what is it? Let me give you some hints. You must be quite familiar and using vlookup and xlookup to search data from a wide range of dataset. Are you satisfied with these vlookup functions? The fact is that the problem with vlookup or vertical lookup and xlookup, that is horizontal lookup, is that they are pretty limited in scope. They force you to use workarounds to work with your data to the left or right of values among others. You have to use vlookup to search data vertically and xlookup to search data horizontally. There is no single solution to search your data from a data set for both vertical and horizontal data. You can bypass some of these limitations with other functions like index and match, but the process isn't efficient. Here comes the solution for this problem. XLOOKUP. This allows you to look up data in columns and rows, both to the left or right of your search value. The XLOOKUP function in Microsoft Excel is a very powerful search tool. It allows you to find particular values from a wide range of cells. It is actually a replacement for earlier lookup functions like vlookup, eliminating many of the limitations. If you learn XLOOKUP, then you don't need to remember or use lookup, vlookup, smart lookup, reverse lookup, two-way lookup, xlookup, index, match, if-error and many more. It can handle approximate matches, multiple search values, nested queries, custom error messages and many more. Currently, XLOOKUP is available for Microsoft 365 subscribers. For both basic and complex data searches, it's an absolute game changer. In this video, I will explain how to use XLOOKUP function step by step. The XLOOKUP function has significant improvements over earlier lookup functions. Here are a few things for your information before I start explaining the function. Unlike vlookup or xlookup, XLOOKUP is capable of using data both horizontally or vertically. XLOOKUP can return a single result or multiple results depending on the formula used. No more NA error. If XLOOKUP can't find a matching result and you want to see a custom error message, you can do that. XLOOKUP can be used to return values between different Excel spreadsheets. Nested formulas are possible, acting as a replacement for index and match combinations in complex lookup queries. Let's start the tutorial. I am applying basic formula first. So this is my data set. Now suppose I want to see total sales value for the employees or for a particular employee. I am applying XLOOKUP here. So I am typing XLOOKUP. Now see the formula. First you need to select the lookup value. So I am selecting this cell where I will put employee name later because I want to see employee wise total sales value. So after the lookup value, put a comma. Now lookup array, which is a row or column that is likely to contain your search items. I am selecting the column called employee name. I'll put a comma again. Next is return array, which is a row or column that you would like to see returned as a result. I am selecting the column sales value. At this point, if you are not interested in adding a custom error message using a different search type or changing the search value order, you can close the formula with a closing bracket here and formula will work. See? Now I am putting names in this cell and you can see the corresponding sales value is coming in the result cell. Simple, right? But this you could do with vlookup also. What's the difference then? Come to the next table. Here I want to put employee ID against the name. Now in vlookup your search value has to be the first column, right? So you can't do it by vlookup in this case. Normally, you apply index match in such cases. In XLOOKUP, it doesn't matter. Your lookup value can be in the left, right, top, bottom, anywhere. Just see. I am applying the formula like before. My lookup value is name here. Lookup array is this column and return array is this column. Rest of the formula is same. It is optional. So I will close the bracket over here. Enter. See the magic. You can change the names to see if your formula is working perfectly. In my case, it is working perfect. In vlookup, if you delete or insert a row or column, the formula gets error. But xlookup is so smart that it automatically adjusts the formula even after inserting or deleting a row or column. Let's see. I am applying vlookup in this table first. Let me apply the vlookup. Okay, done. In the next table, I am applying xlookup. Same process. Now, both the tables are showing same result. Let me insert a column in between. See what happens. VLOOKUP formula gets messed up, but XLOOKUP remains unaffected. Let me undo this. Now, I am deleting a column. See, the same thing happens. VLOOKUP returns with error, but XLOOKUP returns correct cell. If you are trying to find an exact match for your lookup value, but it can't be found in your lookup array range, Excel returns an any error, like this. In such cases, you can add an optional not found argument to your XLOOKUP formula. You need to put not found in inverted comma after this section. Let me do it. Right? Let's see. Okay. Now, I am putting a different name in this employee name cell, which is not there in the list. Let me put my name. See, it works. Since my name is not there in the employee name list, the result is showing as not found and not an NA error. Now suppose you need to bring data from 3 columns like this. You have to apply VLOOKUP 3 times. I mean, for each column you have to apply the formula. If you have a voluminous file where you have hundreds of columns, it becomes complicated to count the numbers of the columns and put it in the formula. With the help of XLOOKUP, you can fetch all of these 3 columns at once. See how it works. So I am applying the formula equal XLOOKUP, bracket open, put lookup value, which is this one, comma, then lookup array. Now you have to put return array, which means what result you want. Now here we want all of these 3 columns, right? So I will select all of these 3 columns and bracket close. Enter. See the magic? See, all of these 3 data has been returned as a result. Let's see if the formula has worked perfectly. I will change the name and see the data getting changed. Watch. Now there's something you need to know. Actual formula has been applied to this cell. So if you try to delete the data from here, it will not work. If you delete from here, it will not work. It will only work if you change it from this cell where originally formula was applied. Suppose later you found that you don't need one of these columns. You need to go and change your formula from here, from this cell where you originally applied the formula. Okay? Suppose you want to add or subtract from 2 cells and return the result. Can VLOOKUP do this? No. Can XLOOKUP do this? Let's see. In this cell, I want to bring total cost, which is product cost plus other cost. So I am applying XLOOKUP equal to XLOOKUP. Then I am giving lookup value, which is the employee name, comma, then lookup array, which is this column from where it will search the employee name, comma. Now I want to add this column and this column. So you can add, subtract, multiply, anything. So first I will select this product cost column, put a plus sign, then I will select the other cost column. Rest is optional, I am not going there now. I am closing the bracket. Let's see the magic. It adds up the two cells. Let's check manually. I am manually adding these two cells to check whether the formula is working perfectly. It is perfectly working. Let's come to the balance part of the XLOOKUP formula. By now you must have learned the formula, right? Let's do it together. Lookup value, comma, lookup array, comma, return array, bracket close. By default, XLOOKUP searches for exact match. Now, if you want the XLOOKUP should search for the nearest value, if exact match is not there, then you have to proceed with the rest of the function. I am removing the bracket and giving a comma. Next section is not found section, which we don't want to put as of now. I want to go to the next section, which is the nearest value. So I am skipping it. You can do it by giving a comma and skip it. Next is match mode. Now see this table. So as the table shows, 0 is exact match, which we don't want to give, as by default it will fetch the exact match only. -1 is exact match or next smaller. +1 is exact match or next greater. So if I put -1 here, then close the bracket, see what happens. Given number is available in the lookup array and hence the result is showing OK. If I change it to this, see the result? This value is not there and hence it is bringing the next smaller value, which is this one. Understood? If I change the formula from -1 to +1, then what happens? The result is bringing the next greater value. See? Coming to the last section of the formula, which is search mode. Let's apply XLOOKUP again. Lookup value, comma, lookup array, comma, return array, and then giving a comma to skip the not found section. Giving another comma to skip the match mode section, because I want to see the last section, which is the search mode section. Now, vlookup searches from top to bottom. This means when you have lookup value which is repeating in the lookup array, vlookup will search from the top. When it gets the first match, it will bring the result. In XLOOKUP, you can search the data from top to bottom or from bottom to top. 1 means it will search the data from top to bottom, and -1 means it will search the data from bottom to top. Let's see with this example. I am putting 1 in the last part and close the bracket. My lookup value is this. Now see, there are repetition of this data. There are many of this data. In the lookup array column, it searched from the top and returned the first one, which is this. If I change it to -1, then what happens? It searched from bottom and returned with this cell. Now, I want to apply two-way lookup. Now, what is a two-way lookup? This means it will look for data from the row and from the column as well. Look at this carefully. Now, I want to bring sales amount in this cell for the employee Ashok for the month of March. So, I am putting two references here. First is employee name, which is in this column, and second is month, which is in row. First, I will bring data for the employee Ashok. I will apply XLOOKUP formula. So, lookup value is employee name, which is Ashok here, then comma, then lookup array in this column, and then return array, that is this table. I will use the full table over here. Close the bracket. Now you see formula brought sales data for all of these months for Ashok here. Don't worry for this. We will manage the formula now. Now I will copy the formula from here and then delete it. I will again apply XLOOKUP formula, and now my lookup value is March, which is the month. Lookup array is this row from where it will pull the month reference. Now I have to give return array. How this formula will work now? It will first look for the month in this row, and if it gets it from here, then it will match the employee name from this column and bring the data. How it will refer to this column? The formula which we applied earlier and copied, now I will use it. You have to paste the formula now as a return array, bracket close. You have to give an additional bracket to close the initial open bracket. Done. See, it gets the sales data for Ashok for the month of March. Simple. If I change the month to April, the formula will automatically bring data for April. Watch. If I change the employee name to Param, see how it gets changed automatically? So this is how two-way lookup works. A little tricky but not complicated, right? Very, very useful. You should try it. Now I will show you how multiple lookup works. Suppose you need to do a lookup considering two sets of data. Earlier you would probably do a concatenate first and then apply vlookup, which is a lengthy process. Now with the help of xlookup, you can do this easily at one go. See how? Here I want to look up with employee name and location both. So I am applying xlookup first. Lookup value is name and location. So you put name first, give an and sign, and then put location. Give a comma. You can give more than two lookup values as well. Then lookup array. So it will first look for name from this column. You put an and sign and then again location column. Give a comma. Now return array is the sales value column. Bracket close. It's done. So simple and easy. Further, your lookup array doesn't need to be adjacent. So I can do a lookup considering employee ID and location as well. I'm skipping the other parameters in the rest of the formula now. I'm showing you that I can do an xlookup with two columns which are not side by side. This is all for today's video. Hope you have liked this XLOOKUP tutorial and found it useful. If you have liked it and learned anything, I deserve a thumbs up. So practice it and be a smart worker in your office. Don't forget to check if you have already subscribed to my channel. If not, please do consider for subscribing for more such useful content. Thank you for watching and I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.